Hello， 大家好，我是伦。今天影片帮大家介绍的是独行侠球星 Luka Doncic。那我准备了独行侠老板 Mark Cuban， 还有2个前队友 Dirk 跟 Jalen Brunson 谈 Luka 的影片。那 Cuban 会谈到之前的失败怎么激励 Luka 本季的锐变，在选秀会上交易来 Luka 的内幕啊。Dirk 跟 Brunson 则是会谈到他们跟 Luka 的相处，还有场下的 Luka 是怎么样的人。影片的来源是 All the Smoke。那一样，我听完他们说，我会帮大家补充一些资讯。好的说，我们马上开始。
Like I think who was it? Jokic said, first you got to be bad, then you got to get good, then you got to get humbled, then you get good again, right? And I think that's what's happened to us before. Like when we got beat in 2006-07 by Golden State, right? Humbled the shit out of us, and that put us back on a mission. It took us a few years to get there, but I think the same things happen with Luka. He's obviously a top 3 talent in the NBA, and sometimes things come easy, and then you got to learn what it takes. And I think last year humbled all of us, and Luka's come back with a vengeance. He worked hard this summer. He when things don't go well, you get a better understanding of the game. When things are going well, it's easy.
Right.
It's when things don't go well that you find out who you are, who your teammates are, who the organization is. And I think Luka, more than any of us, really took that to heart. His leadership skills have improved. His communication skills have improved. He's learned from Dirk, you got to add something to your game every summer, and he's done that. So, all the pieces that you need to do to be a champion, I think he's pulled those pieces together.
Wow， 多么有哲理的一段话。开始的时候大家都很烂，然后你会变强，之后遭受失败，然后才能再次提升到冠军的境界。其实我觉得这段话不只适用于运动，人生何尝也不是如此呢？只不过讲到本季独行侠的成功，我觉得Luka 的进步是一大关键啦，不过更重要的应该是团队战力的提升啦，像是 Lively 啊、Washington 这些新球员的加入，那当然还有凯瑞。好，接下来 Cuban 会谈到当初在选秀会之前，独行侠对 Luka 的看法，还有把他从老鹰交易来的内幕。
Back up a little bit. When did he get on your radar? Because obviously you guys make a trade draft day for him. When did you guys start hearing about him or knowing about him?
Shoot, when a kid's 13 and he goes to play in Europe against grown men, you hear about it, right? And then you kind of question it. It's like, okay, it's Europe, you don't really know. And then the scouts were saying, look, there's a 16-year-old dude, 17-year-old kid that's playing against OKC, and he's fearless.
Cooking.
Yeah, just fearless. And
Cuban 这里指的是2016年的雷霆跟Real Madrid 季前赛。
And so then we started really paying attention, and it was interesting because, our scouts liked him. Our analytics guys loved him, right? The scouts said, okay, they had Ayton number 1. Our numbers guys are like, this is the only superstar in the draft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was really the impetus. And, that trade, we tried and tried and tried, and it was like 15 minutes to go before our pick. And I called the owner at Atlanta. I'm like, you're not picking, Luka, and you know the guy you want. So let's just do this deal because he'll be there for you. We'll give you a pick. And, instead of the general managers messing around, let's just get this done.
Right.
And so we got it done.
You mentioned something interesting because I've always kind of been, maybe I don't know the game or business enough from this standpoint, but how much of it is analytics and how much of it is the eye test with scouting when you guys look at a player? Okay.
It's both. And, analytics folks have got their perspective, and then you've got to have the eye test because some guys, they show up, the numbers are great, right? Particularly coming out of college. And when you just watch them, they're not quick enough. They played, they're 26 years old, right?
Right.
And there's just things like that. But with Luka, it wasn't, he's not the world's greatest shooter. He's not a pure shooter, but he's a killer. And there's not a lot of guys that have that killer instinct that aren't afraid of any moment and want that moment.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part to recognize that the analytics don't tell you.
Yeah. Outside of health, one thing you feel like your team needs to do to be in contention for the championship this year?
I think just a little bit of time to figure out everybody's role. Last year we struggled with roles, right? Different people wanted different things than what J. Kidd had established. I think now we've got the roles. The hardest part for us is going to be rotations because we've got a lot of depth. And two, just getting D. Lively and Omax some run so they get a little bit more comfortable, you know, because you can't be a rookie, come in and just all of a sudden be the guy, right, and know exactly what to do. You got to go through those ups and downs.
He's showing a lot of signs, though.
Oh, no,
Early,
oh boy.
Well, we talked
Thank
to,
you.
we talked to Tyson Chandler about him before he ended up coming back, and he was saying, like, I guess, did he say you or someone said there's a kid over there that kind of reminds us a little bit of you, and we would love for you to come back. But yeah, he's been.
J. Kidd reached out to him, because he's a baby Tyson. Yeah.
OK， 这个访谈是2023年11月做的，那当时 Lively 才成为 NBA 球员不到1个月，可是 Cuban 就已经一直在谈他的重要性。那确实，他本季的成长也是独行侠能大幅进步的一大关键。那独行侠能拿到 Lively 还有个很有趣的小故事哦。Lively 是2023选秀会雷霆在第12顺位选的，那之后独行侠拿第10顺位选的 Carson Wallace 还有Davis Bertans 去把 Lively 交易来。这笔交易让独行侠清出了 Bertans 的1700万薪资，这让他们当年暑假有更多薪资弹性跟凯瑞续约，而且拿到了对他们非常重要的 Lively。那为了保有这个第10顺位的选秀权呢，2023年季末在还有机会打附加赛的情况，独行侠在赛季的最后一场比赛只让 Luka 打1节，然后全部的主力球员都轮休。原因是他们如果赢了这场比赛，虽然有附加赛可以打，可是选秀顺位会跌到11或以后。那根据2019年Porzingis 的交易案，2023这个选秀权如果在11或以后就要给尼克，所以独行侠适时的输了这场比赛，让他们保有2023年的第10选秀权。那之后他们就把这个选秀权变成 Lively， 然后又在交易中创造出薪资弹性，好跟凯瑞续约。所以总而言之，在适当的时候，在 NBA 适时的谈一下，还是非常有必要的。好，接下来我们来听听看两个前队友 Dirk 还有 Jalen Brunson 谈他们跟 Luka 的关系。
In your last season, extremely talented. We talked about off camera. Jack said, "Did you see this?" You're like, "I don't know if we saw it to this extent, but he's been special." What is your relationship with him like, and how's it been just being able to see him play night in, night out?
Yeah, so once my end of career wasn't pretty, you know, we were struggling. There was some talk of tanking going on, and you know, just things didn't go well here for this franchise, and we needed a little spark plug to change things. And here I didn't think that was going to be this kid. I didn't think it was going to be this kid. When he walked in the first time here in this practice facility, you know, he looked at he's a big boy, but I'm like, I'm not sure this is going to work. Is he quick enough? Is he athletic enough to go by guys like he is in Europe? And so there were plenty of doubts there from everybody on the team. And you know how you meet already before training camp starts. You know, you meet a month before and you hoop every day and you work out together. And so guys were trying to test him a little bit and, you know, foul him a little bit here and there in their scrimmages. And you can already see that this kid's got something about him. He's got that swag. He knows how to play. He was getting some N1 mixtape passes out of nowhere, and I'm like, he was flashing some of the talent. So we were thinking, man, he's going to be a really good player. But I didn't think he was going to go to that level. I didn't see that coming. So in my first year, unfortunately, my last year, his first year, I was hurt a lot. I missed the first 30, 40 games. So I didn't really get to spend, you know, I didn't even go on road trips the first couple months. So that was a little tough. I didn't really get to spend as much time around him as I wanted to. But I mean, that was his time to shine. You know, we looked to him, and he you know, he took the ball and took it from there. And yeah, just really proud of how he developed. And my role with him, I guess we're friends, we're cool, we're, you know, when I'm in town, we go to dinners or whatever. A mentor would be a little strong because he doesn't really need me. I mean, he's as you guys see, he plays like a 32-year-old veteran. How he reads the game, how he carries himself on the court. And I mean, I didn't really, I wish I would love to say I helped him and talked to him about it, but it's just, the guy just came. He's been a pro since he's like 11 years old, and that's how he plays the game. Like nothing can rattle him during the game, and he just does his thing, and so his development has been incredible. And I didn't think he could get better from year to year, but he's still showing it, and I'm super happy for him.
He came in right away, like he just like it looks so effortless. Like when my style, I'm like, I gotta come in every day. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this, just to make sure that like they just see this man would just come in the gym. They do his work, and when they play pickup, it just looked like he's doing that slow motion, but he's doing whatever he wants. And I'm thinking, I play like my own pace. Like I control the game, whatever. I do it a little differently, but his is just on another level. So from day one, I was like, this dude is good. This dude is good. But like also, I'm thinking like damn, this dude is good. Do I belong? Like that's how like the type of doubt that I put in my mind. Like
That's
this
how
dude
good
is, he was that good.
On there though. He's who was Luka off the court?
The kid.
Big
Really?
old kid. Like
Big
all
kid.
of us.
Yeah, big kid. He's a cool dude. He really likes to just relax and kind of be out of the spotlight, which I like about him. He's not like, he doesn't like the attention. Down to earth, chill, just wants to hang out and all that stuff. He's really low key. He's like.
What's one of your favorite stories that you could tell about you and him, or something that happened, or practice, games, travel? Any funny stories with you two?
No 1v1s?
I beat him a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. And there's evidence too. There's video evidence too. So
Yeah.
I had to throw that. I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, come on, man.
Man, we used to gamble on the plane, man. We used to gamble on the plane. Play Tonk. But I didn't play Blu-ray. I didn't play Blu-ray. So
That's a whole different
That's
ball
a whole
game.
different ball game. I'm cool.
Blu-ray,
cool.
you so
Crying.
Yeah,
bro.
we used to play Tonk a little bit. So I'm obviously the lowest paid player at the table. And so but the one thing about Luka, never pays his bets right away.
You
Right
still probably
away.
owe some people.
He still owes some people.
Okay.
See, we didn't do that. You got to pay up before you get off the plane. They was writing checks on the plane.
好，我们现在讲 Dirk 的部分哦。他的最后一个赛季是 Luka 的新秀赛季。那 Dirk 这个赛季出赛51场，两个人共同出赛比赛只有42场。那表现没有特别出色，每100个回合净得分负 5.9。不过这年的 Dirk 好像跟谁搭配，大部分都是负的啦。不过这也不是非常重要，因为当时毕竟已经是 Dirk 最后一个赛季了嘛。那反正这两个人，一个是独行侠前少主，一个是新任少主，想必在独行侠球迷心中都有相当重要的地位。好，那 Jalen Brunson 他是跟 Luka 同一梯的Luka 是2018第1轮第3顺位 ，Brunson 是第2轮第3顺位，两个人一起打了4年。那 Brunson 就谈了一些私下的 Luka， 但是我觉得最有兴趣的是，他说他们在飞机上赌钱这件事哦。Brunson 说他们玩的是 Tonk， 那反正就是一种扑克牌游戏，但是重点是他说他不玩 Blu-ray。那 Blu-ray 呢，在 NBA 非常的盛行。NBA 最著名的一次队友冲突就是 Gilbert Arenas 带枪到更衣室事件，就是因为这个游戏引起的。海金或者是每个回合最输的玩家要投入的金钱涨得非常的快，那可能连输2-3手，可能就有玩家承受不了。不过呢，有时候球员他们在意的不是就是金钱本身，而是赌钱的过程可能会产生一些不愉快。像是 Arena 就曾经说过，我听说过 GAP 时期的赛里可以玩很大，他们可能一手会直接赌一台 Rolls Royce。他们其实不是要跟你赌钱，而是要认清彼此的身份地位。那赌这么大，一些新人或新自己的球员可能就玩不起。如果这时候再加上一些玩家的言语羞辱啊什么的，就可能会有人恼怒。好，最后补上我对今年冠军赛的预测，我猜独行侠6场胜出。如果到时候真的成真了，再看我够不够诚意，决定要不要罚鸡排。
What the fuck?
感谢你的收看，我们下次见，拜拜。